Apologies for the terrible angle, but I noticed that I'd ripped the boot on this stiff ball joint, so I'm going to try and pop it out. Now we've got it all loose, let's see if we can get it out without any special tools. Bought myself this universal puller tool, so let's see how it goes. That hooks onto there. That tightens up onto the nut. So having spent far too much time struggling and failing to get that ball joint off, I think it's going to be easier if I can remove this brake shield, but it looks pretty well rusted in, so let's see how it goes. Not going to start. Let's step it up a notch. This is on high now. Oh, I think I just broke the bolt. Yep, that has. Wow, balls, that ain't worked. If I do want to remove this, I'm going to have to drill it out. So I did have a plan B in mind, which was fire, but unfortunately our MAP gas cylinder has run out, so I'm going to have one more go with this thing, and then failing that, I'll have to try and cut these bolts out of this shield to make my life a bit easier. There's a lot of pressure on that, just give it a little whack. Oh, I think it slipped. What I tried this time was to get the legs kind of aligned off the car and slide it over. So I'm hoping there's less chance of it being slightly too wide. And nope, I think the leg slipped again. I'm only going to try one or two more times and then I'll have to call it a day on this because it's just not working. It's not slipped yet, but there must be so much pressure in that. I'm scared to put my face near it. Nope, I think I just knocked the leg off. Been out and bought some more gas. Now it's time to try applying fire. Set the rubber on fire, but that was bound to happen. Oh, that stinks. Still nothing. Wow. One more application of fire and then I'm going to give up. Oh, I think it might go. So I thought there was a pop, but I was mistaken. So I'm going to have one more go with the puller now that I've applied some heat. Maybe that might have done something. And then failing that, I'll have to think of a new plan. I think this thing is truly welded in there. Nope, not happening. So I've come up with a new plan. Rather than try and drill these bolts out and remove this thing, I'm going to try and undo the hub nut and take the whole hub off. So I've borrowed the air compressor that a lot of you will recognise from our earlier videos. Unfortunately, you can probably hear it leaks, so I'm going to try and get this done as quick as possible. Try and use the old air impact gun to get that bolt out. So when faced with a compressor that's too small and leaking, I had two choices. One, buy a bigger compressor, or two, get one of these. I'm hoping I made the right choice. Well, it took full power on the most powerful impact gun that Makita make, and I still can't do it by hand, but we got there. I want to remove the whole hub assembly, so I can get to the ball joint behind it. And to do that, I need to try and get this axle out of the way. And I'm hoping I can push it through at least a bit, and if I undo the rest of these bolts, I can either just remove the hub entirely or just swing it out of the way, depending on which bolts we remove. So let's get to it. There we go, that's going. We're nearly there. There we go. Alright. This is what I'm here for, is this ball joint, which you can see there the boot's split, and I've also set it on fire a few times, so it definitely needs replacing. I just need to get the bugger to pop out, and hopefully now I've got a bit more access to do so. Right, so now I've finally got some good access to this ball joint. I'm going to see if I can get this damn universal tool to clip on properly, because the problem I've been having is it's just slipping off. No, it slipped. Oh, this sucks. Now that I've got access to both sides of the ball joint, I'm going to try the old double hammer method and see if I can get the thing to pop out. This may just never go. So I was clearly getting nowhere with this ball joint, so I decided just to remove the whole suspension arm from the car and see if that makes life a bit easier. Maybe try some vice, some hammering, some fire. Something's going to work, hopefully. So the first thing I want to do is just try and cut, or just get rid of this boot here so I can see how much space I'm actually working with. So I'm hoping if I can get this boot out of the way, I can then maybe get a little bit more purchase. Ow, nearly stabbed myself then, that would not have been smart. Let's try to avoid doing that in future. Got the boot off finally, or at least enough of it to see what's happening. Covered myself in grease in the process. And actually, this is good news. So as you can hopefully see there, I've actually got a lot more space now than I used to get these jaws in place. So I've got these locked in much tighter than I ever have before. So let's see if I can get this bastard to break. Now the legs are just separating again. It is not working. So before I bought that universal puller I've been using, I actually bought this one, only to discover it was too small there to clear. But I think now I've taken the boot off, I might be able to get it on there, so let's see how that goes. There we go. Something's got to give. Let's hope it's the ball joint. Ooh. I think it just went, and with a lot less drama than I was expecting. Yes! It's free! Beat you! That is satisfying. And there you have it. Had to pretty much destroy it, but I got it free. And now to install the new ball joint and put it all back together. What is going on? Well, the short answer is we ran out of time. As I said before, we bought a house and the time to move was fast approaching. I needed to get Misty at least able to roll out of the old house and into the new house. So when it came to putting her back together, I didn't bother filming it. I just wanted to get it done. So that's what happened. We're in the new house and we love it. You may remember a long time ago, we said we bought a house with a nice big double garage. Unfortunately, that sale fell through twice, and then a couple of other houses we tried to buy also fell through for reasons. But the house we have now, we really love, really happy with it, except for one little issue. It does not have a garage. All it has is a leaky workshop, which is just about big enough to fit all of our tools and parts, but leaves no room to actually do any work on anything. So at the moment, Misty is living on my parents' driveway. We have a 3-stage plan to rectify this situation. The first stage is already underway, which is I've built a shed, which is dry storage for all the tools and parts, which once I've got that organised, That will then leave space in the workshop to actually work on things. Still no room in the workshop to work on a car, but at least I'll be able to work on motorbikes and stuff. The second part is to try and rent a workshop somewhere. And then the long-term plan, a couple of years out, will be to actually build a big garage, because our property is big enough. There isn't one at the moment. So we will eventually have a nice big garagey workshop area to do stuff. In the meantime, I don't know if I'll be working on Misty much while she's at my parents', and if I do, I don't know if I'll be filming it, so we'll see how that goes. But I will be able to at least work on CC and do some other like motorbikey things. Apologies for this video taking so long to come out, and the previous video as well. Obviously we've been really busy with the house move, the new baby arrived, and here she is. Also, the new human baby arrived and everyone's doing good, so that's all great. And then with the last video, the project in Final Cut actually became corrupted and none of my backups were recent enough, so I basically had to start the whole fucking thing again. So that's why that one took a long time to get done. From now on, the videos, they haven't been very regular anyway, but they're going to continue being very unregular. But in order to get my fix of fixing things and also making videos, I've actually started a new channel where I'm going to be working on vintage computer equipment. So if that's something that is of any interest to you at all, I'll put a link there or somewhere in the description. Yeah, so feel free to check that out. If not, see you on the next video.